Part one, a lot longer than I expected. Part two, welcome to. I'll deliver the micro version, the more tangible, what I can do day to day to get the most out of my journey. Number one, open space. Make sure that you call in, I refer to it as the body of God. But in shamanic practice, we work with the south, the west, the north, the east. Pachamama is the Mother Earth, and Inti Tai Tai, Father Sun, on the top. So that would be, if you were thinking about it as a shape, it would be a cube. The four sides, the bottom and the top. And I love sacred geometry universe. I work with it a lot with my clients, and when I journey, thoughts are shapes. If you get into this and you do your vision quests and you start seeing prana moving, it's all moving in sacred geometry shapes. We are in a sacred geometry universe. Everything is made out of shapes. The intelligence is sacred geometry. And I always relate this to geometry. But our four directions are all archetypes, all archetypal energies. So firstly, you would hold yourself in the body of God, and by calling in space, you are also acknowledging the energy and acknowledging its intelligence, so that it can speak to and through you and hold you in metaphysical space. So it's starting that relationship, honouring that relationship and honouring energy, honouring the power of it too. So call in space every time. The most important thing to have a powerful journey, to get the best out of your journey. Number two, breath work. I do at least 5 minutes of breath work before going on a journey. So this will be something like, you could make it as small as and just literally do 20 breaths of that. And that would be something, and that will take you about 30 seconds, 2 minutes. You don't need to do a whole half an hour session of breath work. You just need to get on support, make sure that your core is ignited, and that you flood yourselves with oxygen. Again, the oxygen on the sacred geometry is a cube. 8-sided shape on the periodic table, it's oxygen. So you're flooding yourself with cubes after opening space. It powers up the physical body, and you need to be in your body to be able to leave the body. So it's very important that just that breathwork activation really will feed you with prana, feed you with energy to be able to travel the space, and then you won't be so fatigued, de-energized, unmotivated. A couple of minutes of breath work will do so much wonders. And anyone that's done my Wednesday class will know we always open space and then do breath work. So these ones are obvious. Step 3 to growing your power is to use an apu kuya. And you're just like, what words are those? Kuya is the word for carrier, sacred carrier. And these are stones. And the apus are the mountains. So I would suggest having a mountain stone. And this can be any stone, rock, crystal that you know has come from the mountain. Perhaps you've been on a walk up the mountain and you've picked up a rock. That would be perfect. Something that you definitely know has come from the mountain will be a perfect mountain stone. So if you've got a mountain stone, if you want to just practice this so that you get into the habit and you don't think that you've got a mountain stone, use any stone for now. Ask its permission and see what message you get. If the stone doesn't want to work with you, it will go missing. Don't worry. How will I know if it wants to work with me or not? It will go. It will leave. You won't be able to find it. So it's impossible to work with a stone that doesn't want to work. It will either crack, break, get lost, disappear, whatever have you. So it's very obvious when stones don't want to work. So any stone will be all right in place of this mountain stone. And what you would do with your mountain stone is first bury it in the earth, in Pachamama, for at least 2 weeks. Have it buried in the earth for about 2 weeks. And then once you get it back, have that with you every time you journey. And when you've finished, when you come out of your journey, as if you're someone that journals, as well as journaling, really, before you journal, you would blow. I didn't bring a stone here. I'll use this. You would blow everything about your journey into your mountain stone. And the breath is the life force. It's what's going to activate, give life to those thoughts. It's going to activate and give life to them. Okay? And you'll also be blowing sacred geometry, activating the thoughts and the life force into your mountain stone. So it doesn't matter if you haven't analysed it yet, if you don't understand what the soul is telling you, if you don't understand the messages. Just go through your journey again and just blow in all the details. All the details. Even if you don't need to analyse it, you don't need to understand it, you don't need to get anything right. You're blowing in the data of into the mountain stone. Okay? And just blow, 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 blow. Blow it all in. And then keep that with you. And after every single journey, blow in and activate your mountain stone with everything that's happened. And this will amplify and grow the power of your journeys exponentially. If you're using it with a carrier and using it with a kuya. If you want a special class on activating mountain stones and doing mountain stones, we could potentially do that. If that's not clear enough for everybody, if you're like, oh no, I don't have enough of a foundation to be able to understand what to do with my stone, then please request that in the chat or something, and maybe we can do a mountain stone class, or I'll specifically add it to the course program, whatever have you. But if you're confident and you're like, no, that's clear enough, I'd be happy taking those steps, then do that. Number 4 thing that you can try is to do it in a group rather than journey by yourself, to experience journeying in an amplified field. And this could be going to a cacao ceremony if they're going to journey there. It could be doing a workshop or holding your own space with friends, whatever. Doing it in a class. We've been doing Wednesday classes throughout the lock-in. But an amplified field and doing it with a group will dramatically increase the energy for you as well. And the 5th one was, if you haven't tried using cacao, you can I use Keith's cacao from Guatemala, and use a ceremonial grade cacao, not just chocolate powder, because that's probably been heated to a high temperature. The ceremonial grade cacao is fermented paste, and this still retains the life force. And this is another one that you can go really deeper into, because you can journey to the spirit of the cacao, activate the cacao, sing to it with vibration, all the magical stuff to align you to the spirit of cacao, and then you're working with that energy as you journey. So, but some people might think, oh, okay, well, I'll try that for myself, and then go deeper into it. So that's another piece you can use. My daughter's now come into the room. So there's your 5 things. Really hope that you've enjoyed. Put any questions in the chat, and I'll speak to you soon. You gonna wave? Gonna wave? This is my daughter. I think she needs a toilet. Hey everybody! Are you looking grumpy? Do you want something? Oopie chai.